What's up, guys? Welcome back to the overall podcast. Sorry for the
Hey.
crazy schedule. We're out here though. We're here. We
Yeah.
just we need more to talk about. Longer episodes, I guess, is just what we're gonna have to do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we don't want to push out content, but also life's busy. So it's like,
Yeah.
we want to put in the effort and we are, but at the same time, like there's a cost benefit analysis. So it's like, if stuff's going on in our lives and it's not like this is our financial revenue stream of income. It's not our job. If it was our job, things would be different. So
yeah.
not saying that it doesn't matter, but just being real. I had an eye procedure, which was, I guess, probably and it's something like life's so busy, I just forgot to even tell Graham, right? Like I knew about it, I scheduled it, and then I was just kind of dreading it and wanting it over. And then I was like, oh yeah, by the way, like I'm probably going to be in writhing pain for a week. And I was most of a week. So couldn't really do it last week. I don't know if anyone is a repeat watcher, but you saw me with an eye patch probably, 4 months ago when I had the procedure the first time. So I'll say my procedure was a little bit unorthodox on the healing part. They put like a Nebic cell membrane made of a placenta in my eye. That dissolved into my eye after a week, and then I got the ring taken out, which was uncomfortable. So now I have no contact bandage, no nothing in my eye for the first time in at least 2 months.
How does it feel?
Like, even with the contact bandage, something's blurry no matter what, right? So
yeah,
it's blurry now for the healing on squinting to tell, but it feels weird. Yeah, I can tell there's nothing there. Like when I blink my eye, it's not a catch exactly, but because it's thicker than a contact, but it's like there's nothing. So it kind of feels nice. And to the point where I'm not wearing Friday, right? Like within a week I've had it removed and stuff, and I guess a little over a week since I had the procedure, and I'm not wearing a bandage right now. That's proof to myself that it's like not so light sensitive and other things. So I think I'm healing faster. So fingers crossed. But yeah, feels good. I'm still blind in the eye, if I had to guess. I don't know. I actually passed the vision test, but they also said it would. Yeah, it was like 2020 when I went Friday with the membrane thing. I guess what was left of it in my eye. I was 2020 in the eye still, but now it's blurrier than ever, which is normal. Like as it continues to heal, it closes to the middle, so that's where my vision. But anyway, I'm good. I have to put an ointment in my eye each night. It's freaky. It's like pull down your eyelid and you have to like put it in there ever so slightly, or it'll just fall out.
Does Josie have to help you do it, or is it kind of like you can do it now? Because I still have trouble putting like eye drops in.
Really?
Yes, dude. I don't know why.
She has trouble with that, so I don't think she'd be down. Thankfully, I don't need help. I don't see it. Yeah, I was about to say I'll pop an eye drop, but it makes me look like I'm crying, and I ain't no mama didn't raise no bitch. So I'm kidding.
I'm from Tennessee, motherfucker.
But no, it's like what I've found is like getting it off the little. It's like a tube of Neosporin, little metal tube.
Yeah.
At the end of it, like a spout, if you will, and that's where like the little ointment comes out, and it's just like Neosporin. And then to like get that ointment to like break off, if you will, I can't get it to. So I'm sitting there like I squeeze out 1/4 of an inch, and then I'm just like, all right, get off of the tube, right? Like stay in the eye. And I'm sitting there having to like use the other part of my eyelid to like break it up. That's the worst part, But
I don't like
the ointment's not bad. I thought it would be like just super gloppy, and which is why they recommend. Well, for one, it overnight your eyes dry out, so it helps, and then 2, it's usually blurry, so like just go to bed with it. But it's not that bad, to be honest. I don't know. Anyway, so that'll help. So that's actually what is it? Muro 128. It is $30 for like, dude, I'm talking a tube this big, that wide, like ridiculous. Yeah, some company makes it. I guess they might have off brands too, but whatever. And it's got like some kind of sodium in it. And so what like the issue was, like the doctor was telling me when he was scraping my cornea, again, a year after the incident, I've had it scraped and regrown, and that was months before this. And he said he was, scraping off the cells, and he's like, yeah, I can actually tell just here by scraping it that it's way too soft. He's like, in theory, if you rubbed your eyes a little too long, your cornea cells would have fallen off. That's why it kept tearing. That's how soft it was. I was like, oh, dang.
Jeez.
That's why I had to have the contact bandage in there, because it would literally just tear every day without it. So that's what that sodium stuff's for, to like, in a sense, make it harder, stickier, whatever. It's weird. So anyway, that's my eye. Sorry for missing. Yeah. So that's what I've been up to. What you been up to?
Man, my life has been crazy and hectic all at the same time, still planning, we're under 100 days till the wedding. We have to make finalizations on our invitations, make sure those get out soon, because we want to pretty much get them out like within a week or so. So that'll be fun. But so we have that, and then just getting all the fine details of the wedding planned and stuff like that, just crunch time. At the same time, we're in the midst of looking for a place to live, and I think we did find what we're going to do. We put in the application. I guess it was yesterday. We put in our application.
Apartment or house?
It's a house, but it's a rental.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that for a year or so. It's in a really good location. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. It's got everything we need.
Yard.
Oh yeah, a big yard,
nice.
And it even comes with like a 12x6 storage unit in the back for us to use.
Bro, that is perfect.
Dude,
you get a house, but you don't have the commitment right off the bat. That's nice.
Exactly. And so there's just little things like we have to keep up the yard. They don't do that, but they'll pretty much fix everything else.
Nerd, when it comes to lawn equipment, let me know. I got the push mower you need.
Dude, that's one of the things. Is like a push mower would work great for our front yard, but the backyard's kind of big, and a push mower could take a long time. So
is it bigger than mine, for instance? Mine's pretty big backyard.
Oh yeah, it's bigger than yours.
Big in there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah.
Sorry, it's big for Denver. Let me rephrase. It's big, but yeah. All right, fair enough. Get a rider then, bro.
Yeah,
do it.
I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna look into them. But Hannah's dad has a 0 turn. So part of me just is like, I'm gonna get my truck here soon, hopefully, and then I'll just hook up a trailer, grab his 0 turn, take it over to my house, mow, then take his 0 turn back to him.
Tell him that's what you want for a wedding present. Unlimited access to his mower for you.
Yeah, I'm going to need unlimited access to the lawnmower.
That's funny.
No, but I'll probably give me a push mower just because it'd probably be better for me.
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
But I did see, again, I worked at a hardware store for years, so I'm kind of a nerd about this stuff. But John Deere, don't quote me on the brand, some company came out with, it's not quite 0 turn, literally turning on a dime, right?
Yeah.
But it's a regular riding tractor that has like the smallest radius, like worth it. You could go around a bird bath kind of deal,
Dang,
not on a dime, but probably whatever you'd need usually.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's probably what I would get if I ever got a bigger yard. Just because I use 0 turns for like landscaping, and I don't know. Steering wheel, why not? That's easier. Drink a beer.
It's true. That's true. You don't need both hands.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's cool.
But other than that, I have just been absolutely appalled at the play style of my Texas A&M Aggies.
They want to bring it up. Yeah.
Here's the deal. This happened to us with Kellen Mond. God, I hope it doesn't happen to us. But we're kind of like fighting off of with one leg tied up, and then the one hand tied behind our back, and it sucks because we got a quarterback who just isn't good. He's just not good. He has no finesse to him. Like me and my dad were talking about it. The kid just has no pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? Like he feels like he has to just like boom, chunk everything as hard as he can. He's super inaccurate. Like our defense makes a great play last weekend, holds Mississippi State, gets him the ball with 2 minutes left in the game, ends up making a few incompletions, and then gets sacked in the end zone, freaking out when all he had to do was simply throw the ball away. And then I don't even want to talk about Arkansas. Our defense lost us that game. It was just atrocious. We have our star defensive back. He's out, and this number 17 doesn't know how to block anything. Dude, he couldn't block a caller on his phone. This guy, He is my least favorite defensive back on A&M. It's number 17. I don't know your name because I'm not going to care to learn it. But
Odom. And the only reason I know that is wait, no, that's on Mississippi State. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Scratch that.
Number 17 is a defensive back. Anyways, so our quarterback's not very good. That's an issue. And then our all-star, all-American center, he's out with an injury. So that's not good. So we have an entire freshman line. O-line. So it's not good. All we got going for us right now is that we have probably one of the best running back crews in the nation. It's about it. So
it sucks because you can't really use them if you're losing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And so, we're at a point now where tomorrow is going to be very, very, very bad. Or Saturday is going to be very, very bad for us. It's not going to be good.
Wait, is it the
Alabama?
I haven't even looked.
We will get skunked, is my prediction.
Yes, mine too.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. If we score one touchdown, if we score a field goal, I'll be proud.
You know what's weird though? Like
they'll score 50 on us for sure.
Florida could have beat them, and then they get beat. It's just like
by who too? Like really, Kentucky?
I mean, Kentucky's solid. I just didn't think they were good.
I mean, they're undefeated.
Well, yeah. What's that old story? You remember Kentucky? Several years. They're notorious for front loading their schedule pretty bad.
Yeah.
What was it? They went 5-0, and then of course just needed one win for a bowl. They say had cupcakes, right? Maybe a conference game in there against Vandy or some Arkansas or somebody bad, like whenever bad, and then lost 7 in a row. And it was just like that's what you get, right? Like you don't get tested, and then you're just gonna play 7 weeks of conference, like.
And they get destroyed. Yeah, I mean, hey, they beat Florida, so they're rolling somewhere.
Go Arkansas, Woo Pig Suey. I hate Florida, so thank you.
It's true.
Tennessee played. Have we met since Tennessee played them? I don't think.
No, and Tennessee just won their last game too.
Yeah, we played okay against Florida. We actually, missed some. I guess like first half we could have probably taken the lead, and then second half kind of ran away from us.
The first half, and it looked good. Y'all looked solid.
Yeah, the quarterback we had starting out the year is just hot garbage. With all due respect, Joe Milton. No personal feelings. He's just not good. So I personally don't even like Hooker a ton, although he's playing well. So until he messes up, nothing to complain. Still not starting or even looking at Harrison Bailey, so he will be transferred out. We'll see where he goes. And then, we beat the brakes off of Mizzou.
Yeah.
Which was shocking to me just because I thought we'd win because the run defense is so bad and our offensive line is really good. But, I mean, that's not like, oh, Tennessee's better than we thought. No. That's just how bad Missouri is. We just took advantage of it for one game. We'll probably lay an egg next week. Who knows?
I got a question for you. Do you think Arkansas was exposed last week, or do you think it was a fluke just because of the situation and who they were playing? Because Georgia is playing like the number 2 team in the country.
Finally. I think this week will tell us, right? Because for me, it's hard to imagine that they're so competitive and they beat the teams and whatever, and then they just lay an egg, don't even score, right?
Yeah. I mean, shut down completely.
Beat the breaks off.
I think at one point they had like a total of 65 yards in like after a quarter and a half or something like that. It was not good.
Yeah. So I don't know yet. I think if it's close, I think Ole Miss could probably win this game at home. But if they get blown out again, Ole Miss we know is not a top team in the country. So then Arkansas is a fluke.
Ole Miss got trashed on. Dude, you saw that whole situation, right? With the coach, Kiffin come out. Yeah, get your popcorn out.
I love Kiffin.
Like, how big of an idiot are you, dude? And then
I love Kiffin, but I was like, I saw a tweet and it was like, if he was our coach, he would be run out of town. Like, how are you going to go out there, talk that mess, and get beat the brakes out of you?
Yeah, bad. Like, what was it? The Alabama mascot come out with the popcorn suit on. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he came out with a popcorn suit on and started dancing in the end zone.
He got it ready. Kiffin told him, right?
Yeah, get your popcorn ready. He had it ready. Dude, they got the Alabama. Just, I mean, what do you do? I mean, really, what do you do?
Now they can legally launder money to pay them, right? Like,
Yeah,
hey, yeah, we're not paying him. We got him this deal.
yeah,
So
exactly.
now there's really, the only hope before was trying to catch him on recruiting violations, which everyone does.
Yeah,
Their assistant came to Tennessee and did it. Like everyone does it. It's fine. But now it's kind of legal, right? Like, so I don't know how we
yeah.
stop him. I think we stop him when Saban retires, quits coloring his hair, shows back up to the campus gray-headed, and maybe that's like his loss of power. Like he's a biblical figure, and he sold his soul to the devil for wins, and then he just stops, and then like everything comes to so, and they hire a bad coach.
What is his all-time record?
He's the greatest football coach ever. I'll say college because you can't really compare to NFL.
Yeah. Nick Saban all-time coaching record. He is 170-23.
No way.
He has only lost 20
at Bama. Okay.
Okay, right here. As a college head coach, Nick Saban's career record as a college head coach is 261-65-1. He's got one tie and 65 losses.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Nick Saban, 69 years old.
80% win percentage.
Yeah. He's 14-5 in bowl games.
And looks like Michigan State was his worst tenure. He's only 10 games above 500.
Yeah.
So in theory, you take that out, it's even higher. More like Bama's level.
Yeah, that's.
Bro, check this out. You want to hear something crazy? He lost, was it 5 or 6 games his first year?
Wow.
He was 5 games at Bama's first year. They lost to Louisiana Tech, I believe it was, and like people wanting to fire him.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like, what is that? A third of those losses came from year one, because I don't think he's lost more than 2 games ever since then. Anyway, let's see. 2007, his first year at Bama, 7-6. So he lost 6 games. So 6 of those 23 were from year one. Other than he did lose 3 games in 2010. What a good year that was. And never more than 2. Hasn't lost a game since 2019 as currently. How do you stop him? I think there is no stopping him. I think he just retires, and you pray that the lack of education in the state of Alabama provides them the way to make a bad hire, which they tried to do in hiring Rich Rodriguez, and he turned them down, or they would be the shit can that they were for much of the 20th century. Thank you. That is
all
my
right.
TED Talk.
Are you ready for this? Alabama has 35 seasons with 10 or more wins.
That's impressive. But you take Saban out, and that's still top tier. But like I'm saying, Saban's time at Bama is as good as any other programs in the history of college football of 125 years.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he has as many natties as any other school just himself, I think, right? Like,
yeah.
Well, or close.
And I think about the coaching staff that has completely taken over college football that came right from his doorstep. I mean, Nick Saban has produced the best coaching staff in the country. And I mean, look at the people who are head coaches and OCs at places that worked right next to Nick Saban.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that old, like, just be around winners, you'll get a good job. Like,
yeah.
Was it Adam Gase with the Jets? He was Peyton Manning's quarterback coach. You're not coaching Peyton Manning at that stage of his career, especially.
Yeah.
And then he parlayed that into a job, and of course he sucks, which happened because we've had Dooley and Pruitt, and I guess that's it. But they were bombs. Like, that doesn't mean they're good, but yeah, you're right. It just who doesn't want to be around Saban? Kiffin.
Right. Speaking of just like a real hint, real quick, we'll come back to NFL in a little bit, but you said that you're not you can't quarterback coach somebody like Peyton Manning, right? There's no such thing, right?
Late in his career, right?
Yeah, late in his career. Did you know Tom Brady's quarterback coach is 2 years younger than him?
I should have known that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, for the Cowboys is 10 years younger than Tom Brady.
I did know that because he basically just straight up retired after like 2 years and was immediately hired as a coordinator. He's their offense coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But well, heck, Byron Leftwich. Yeah, you're telling me. Yeah, I knew that. It's just, because it's like, wait, Brady was in the league, then Byron came in 5 years later, or 3 years later, retires 10 years ago, and is now his coach, and this guy's still,
No, I mean, what is it? There's a kid who is in the NFL now that wasn't even born when Tom Brady first started playing in the NFL.
Yeah, I'm sure there's most of the rookie class, right? Because he started in the year 2000. Mm-hmm. Or maybe you're right. Maybe there's only a couple, but I think next year or the year after, it's going to be like every rookie. I thought it was crazy whenever it said Brady played against John Runyon Sr. and Jr. in the same game. But then your point is actually more impressive. Like, this dude wasn't even born. And then in a couple years, literally every single player coming to the league is gonna be 22 years old at max, usually, most of them, and that's not even possible for them to be older.
That's crazy. That's insane. Tip of the hat to Tom Brady. And real quick, before we do get into NFL, and if you want to talk Apex, I know they had a tournament this week. I just want to say I called it because Iowa is killing it. Iowa is number 3, and I called them being my sleeper for the year. I felt like they had a really good chance this year, and they're absolutely destroying people right now. Like, it's bad. What is it? 34-6, 27-17, 30-7, 24-14 was a close game. And then they beat Maryland 51-14. I mean, beat the brakes off of Maryland. Next week is going to be a game, though, because they have Penn State at Penn State, I think. No, at Iowa. So that'll be a good game. Wow.
Yeah.
That'll be one I watch.
They're better, but it's still like a blue blood. Well, not anyway, a big school. That'll be good. That'll be a good experience.
Yeah, they've had 2 top 25 teams that they've played this year already. Number 9 was Iowa State. They beat them, and then the first game they played was against the 17th ranked Illinois and what did they call it? I don't know. Indiana. Oh, it was the Indiana Hoosiers.
I'm thinking of the Illini.
Illini, that's what I wanted to say, but it's not them. It's the Hoosiers. They beat. So, they have a pretty good schedule ahead of them. Purdue, Wisconsin, Northwestern, Minnesota, Illinois, and Nebraska to finish out their season. So, I mean, they have a really good chance to go undefeated this year if they can get through Penn State.
Yeah, I agree. And I guess Ohio State will probably be their biggest task, assuming they make the championship and stuff. So that'd be good. That's a good pick.
Yeah,
that's a good pick.
I think they're doing pretty well. 5-0, first in the Big Ten West. Well, Hawkeyes, let's do it. So
let's do SEC pick 'em real quick.
Yeah.
Pulled up. I'll read them out.
Yeah, read them out.
Pick and I pick. All right.
Read them out.
All right. I'm going ESPN's website, week 6 times. So not by rank or anything. All right. First game, Arkansas, number 13 at Ole Miss, number 17, 10 a.m. kickoff.
Arkansas at Ole Miss. I'm going to go Arkansas. We'll pick Suey.
I'm going to go Ole Miss. Okay. If Kiffin's even a half-decent coach, he can't lose this one too, right? After getting embarrassed. So, and they're at home.
Arkansas's playing hard. They're playing hard football, so
it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
They didn't last week, so that they have a reason to.
But
both
Georgia
of these teams have been embarrassed. So
but Georgia is playing like the number 1 team in the country if Alabama didn't exist.
Yeah, but they're Georgia, so they will choke. Yeah. I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
We'll see.
But
We'll see.
yeah.
What are they? I think they have like 120 points to 6 points in their entire season right now. They've only allowed 6 points back to back shutouts.
Who? Bama?
No, Georgia.
Oh, their defense is stout. Yes, because
Yeah.
in that barn burner against Clemson, nobody scored a touchdown. Their defense was still lights out. Yeah, you're right. All right, Vanderbilt at number 20, Florida, 10 a.m. kick.
You said who again? Georgia, Vanderbilt?
No, Vandy at Florida.
Vandy at Florida. Oh, Florida.
Fuck Florida. All right, and then we got South Carolina at Tennessee, 10 a.m. kick.
Tennessee.
I'm gonna go Tennessee as well. I mean, we're the better team, but being a Tennessee fan, we could very well lose this game. We haven't beat a team that bad in a long time, even if we were supposed to. Jeremy Pruitt lost to Georgia State. So anyway, we lay an egg here.
Yeah.
Basically, we got another.
You're in the same boat we are.
Yeah, we got another dud of a coach, in my opinion. Not that you guys do, but I'm just saying that'll prove it to me.
We have a dud in players right now, player experience, I should say.
Cool. All right. Number 2, Georgia at number 18, Auburn.
Oh, Georgia by a long shot. Georgia all day.
That's the SEC game of the week on CBS. We get to hear Vern. Wait, Vern retired. Gary. Ugh. Anyway. All right. North Texas at Missouri. This one actually.
That's going to be a weird game, Missouri, because North Texas lost their quarterback.
Yeah, and even if how bad Missouri is, they should win. However, what's the spread? What's the spread on that? I don't know if ESPN will tell me because Disney and stuff. I'm going to find it out right now. North Texas versus Mizzou spread. Because I might be interested.
Oh, Mizzou by 81%.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it's a 19 point spread. Dude.
Yeah, if it was like 10, I might take it. Like, wait, hold on. No. I don't know. This is not gambling advice. 20 points. I don't know if Missouri's is 20 points better than any team in the country currently. So we'll see. All right.
Be interesting.
I'll say Missouri, but all right. LSU at Kentucky.
Kentucky, LSU. I hope they lose the rest of the season.
I'm going to go LSU. I think after a win like that, I think for a very poverty program, I don't mean that disrespectfully, these players might have an emotional letdown kind of deal. Like they climbed the mountain. Now they're back home getting praised. They might have a letdown. That being said, Coach O is very average, so that I'm not too confident in that.
Okay.
Like, unless you're a team that's been there and coaching staff and done that on a regular basis, aka Bama, whatever, I think they're an inexperienced team with success like that. They could have a letdown, but who knows? All right, final game on the SEC agenda this week. It shows number 1 Bama at A&M. I think he's already kind of mentioned it. Dude, don't even decide. What do you do?
Right, no, Bama. It'll be 55 plus to nothing. Guaranteed.
I wonder what the spread on that is.
I have it right here.
FanDuel.
17.5 points.
And like they're that kind of favorite every week. That's how good they are.
Yeah, over under is 51.
I bet Bama will cover. What's the Barstool saying? Good teams win, great teams cover. That's funny. All right, cool. So that's the wrap on that. I'll say Bama. Neat. I had a stat here real quick. All-time wins list. Tennessee, my Tennessee Volunteers are number 13. I closed the tab. 785, 88 wins, something like that.
Wow.
Bama is 11 and only has 14 more wins than Tennessee. So, again, yes, they're a very historical program, but I'm saying appreciate Saban for why you have it.
Yeah.
Without Saban, you're literally no better than Tennessee. I'm saying you go back in time before Saban, those two programs roughly same natties, same players, same draft picks, same conference championships, and then Saban. I promise you, just by natural selection or whatever, what is the word? What is the rule of gravity? What goes up must come down. I promise you, you will not win like this forever. Please cherish Nick Saban because you will be average again. And
Look what
yeah,
happened.
so I'm trying to say that as a credit to Saban. Yes, they were a good school before him, but he is better than they ever were, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to use this as a transition into the NFL if we can do that.
To his mentor, say, Belichick?
So look what happened with the Patriots when Tom Brady left.
Fair enough. Yes.
They're an average team. They're not great. They're not good. I think Mac Jones played a better game than Tom Brady last weekend. But at the same time, Tom Brady does what he does in crunch time. I mean, it's classic Tom Brady. Drive the field, get into where he needs to be, get those field goals off like they need to, get those points on the board. He should have gone for a touchdown, but get those points on the board. Look what he does. He wins football games. It's what Tom Brady does. And it was a fantastic game. I don't know if you watched it. The Patriots Buccaneers game.
I didn't place bets on it because I thought there'd be too much emotion because everybody – I felt Brady was either going to just beat the dog piss out of them and put up buku numbers, or he's going to do what he did and kind of lay an egg statistically. I mean, because it's just a lot of emotion for him. He spent 20 years there, right? So, yeah,
and even though he said, "Oh, I'm just thinking about playing the football game,"
you've seen his tweets. He bookmarked some of those for revenge, right? You remember?
Yeah.
In a playful way. I'm sure he's not spiteful. I'm just saying, you knew it meant something. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. He did. And, he broke the record, which is cool. The most passing yards. He scored 80,000 something. And I don't know if you saw his speech, but, it was pretty nice. He just kind of, nodded to all the people who helped him get there. And, he's like, I can throw the ball all day long, but you got to, tip the hat to the wide receivers that was out there catching them, getting me those yards. So thank you to everybody who caught a pass for me. And then he thanked everybody that preceded him, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, the people, and he's like, people I look up to, so on and so forth. So pretty cool for, to see that Tom Brady is still classless. I mean, people hate him, but how can you?
I used to.
He's all class, dude. He's all class, dude.
Well, he's not just that, but he's cool and funny.
Yeah.
And he's like, if he ever is like competitive in a jerk way, and he's really not, but it's in a good way.
Yeah. When was the last time you saw him be competitive publicly, And that was probably during the golf tournament when he was talking mess to DeChambeau and Rodgers, right? Was it Rodgers that played it?
Yeah, this year it was.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, he was doing playing with DeChambeau. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, that's Bryson. Yeah, me neither. But oh well.
Sorry, I had a thought. I don't think obviously the early total, Brady is getting the better of life without the other.
Yes.
Meaning Belichick. However, Belichick's still the greatest NFL coach in history, in my opinion. But time will tell. If he literally does nothing ever again without Brady, then maybe he's not. Well, he probably still will be, but that'll prove is all Brady or more Brady. Sorry. My point is, his situation's not the same. Brady, established great already, goes to a team. My point is, and then Belichick's situation changes to where he replaces him with a rookie, right? So I think Mac Jones will have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Because if Belichick is what we think he is, then Mac Jones will be really good. Obviously there's no expectation for him to be Brady, good Lord. But
yeah, how do you put that kind of weight on somebody?
Yeah, it's literally impossible. So, cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
My Titans laid an egg. So, as a Tennessee fan, I can never have it all. My Titans beat the brakes off of Mizzou. The Titans lose to the worst team in the NFL. So, I mean, I love it. It keeps me on my humble pie every week.
Yeah, no kidding.
Be on top.
But I have been the biggest Cowboys hater my entire life, but I'm gonna do this. They're playing like a great football team, dude.
They're playing good. They're very, very good.
They look good, dude. They look good.
I wonder who else would challenge in the NFC right now. I mean, there's teams.
I mean, they beat Tampa. The Chargers. They beat the Chargers already. In the
NFC.
Yeah.
Tampa. New Orleans getting beat shocked me.
Next week they have the Giants. They'll destroy them, and then they play the Patriots at the Patriots. That'll
Will
be a
they
good
destroy
game.
the Giants though? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
They probably will, but
I think the
it's a conference
Patriots
game, division game. So to sweep them just by odds, usually you don't sweep your division opponents unless they're really bad. So the Giants just beat New Orleans. So who knows?
It's true. So I think they beat the Giants, and they got Patriots, Vikings, Broncos, Falcons, Chiefs, Raiders, Saints, Washington, Giants again. They'll play them. Washington, dude. Wow, they have Washington, Giants, Washington.
They're not going 3-0 during that stretch. I know that. It is almost impossible to beat the same team twice in that quickly.
That quickly.
So let's say they do it, they're not beating the Giants.
And then
let's say
Cardinals,
they don't, most likely, then they're losing one of those. They'd probably lose the last week and blame it on resting their players or something. That's what I would do. Say,
yeah. That'll be interesting.
We rested our right guard. That's why we lost.
Yeah.
Well, of course, their right guard would be the best in the league. So swap that for left guard. Whatever. The analogy stands. I was looking. Denver got beat pretty badly, and it's been fun to hear the ESPN radio, who've just been like literally unable to talk with. I'm not going to finish the rest of my thought there. Provocative, but I'd like seeing them get the break speed off of them because they are an average football team. So everybody in the Denver media just come back to earth. Your team's not good. They're not bad. They're not good. Okay. Just accept it. I don't want to hear that Teddy is an MVP candidate. Teddy Bridgewater is not and will never be, but he's good. It's okay.
They have him in a good matchup next week. Steelers.
Denver? Yeah, they'll probably win that because Pittsburgh has looked. I don't know.
Big Ben needs to retire in the middle of the season. Whatever, it don't matter. Bro, last week he couldn't throw a ball more than 5 yards.
Brees couldn't last year either, to your point, and it was the right call. Let's see old Big Ben's let's see his stat line. Come on, ESPN. It's gonna make me go through 18 pages of ads. Hold on. There we go. I was looking at just at his total line. He had 300 yards. I'll count that one, 295.
But look at his average.
Okay, I'm diving. 65% completion, still decent.
Look at his average yardage, 5.8 yards.
That's bad. And on the whole season, he's 6.1. So it's not like that was a fluke.
Yeah, no, the guy is not good. These giant yardage numbers is not because he's throwing good passes. He's dumping the ball off, and then the athlete that is catching that football is getting him a bunch of yak.
Yeah, they should have the yak lead. And they're probably down a lot because they're not great. Oh, man, they got Dwayne Haskins. Gross. They got my boy Josh Dobbs, number 2 now.
Yeah.
Balls. Josh Dobbs on Vol Twitter. I doubt you know this, Graham. He is the softest man that has ever lived. He used to. I can't say he still does. When he was still in college. And yeah, no, because I never tweeted him, tagged him, or spelled out his name, Josh Dobbs. Okay?
Yeah.
Not worth my time. I would simply say, probably in a tweet in college, because we actually had about the entire team is now in the NFL, but our team could not get past 8 wins. So, yay. But my point is, he was our quarterback, and he was good, really probably great for college standards, but he had some – Will Muschamp beat him every time because Will Muschamp is a glorified defensive coordinator who would just drop 8 in coverage and say, beat me. And if you're not a good quarterback, you can't. Hence, Josh Dobbs. All right. My point, I would tweet – I wasn't a big fan of his game. I knew he could run around. He made special plays. I'm thankful for that. But if he had to go complete a pass and they knew it was coming, he wasn't probably going to do it. All right. So I would tweet, right, out of anger, not tagging him or anything like that. I think that's kind of immature no matter what. At the end of the day, he's a college kid, same age as me. He's better than me, so whatever. He is notorious for this now, but he blocked me on Twitter. But it's not just me. It's like a going joke. He blocks everybody on Twitter and again, I've never tweeted at him ever. he would literally then go through, search his name in Twitter, find the tweets, not even that just has the keywords, not even that his tag,
Yeah.
block them. It gets worse. Then it turns out, and I think it's my wife's banner on Twitter, if it still is, it might be my dog now, but it was Josh Dobbs blocked you. Like Josh Dobbs blocked my wife. So this guy was so soft, like LeBron James Sharman soft. Okay. This guy
Jeez.
went through and found my tweet somehow with my huge prevalence, and then would block that person's followers. Because my wife obviously literally never tweeted about him.
Yeah.
That's how soft he was. I guess he went through, oh, this guy tweeted about me, I'm going to block all of his followers too.
That's a lot of time to block people.
So every time he tweets, and it's like an official Tennessee football Twitter account retweeting him, or it's like, because he's a good dude from all intents and purposes, like charity work and stuff, and he comes back to the school and does whatever. I can't see it, but then the whole Twitter reply thread is every Vol Twitter person just having a screenshot like Josh Dobbs blocked you. Like he just blocks everybody. It's so weird, bro. Anyway, he's their backup for the Steelers. All that being said, I'm not as soft as Josh Dobbs, so I hope he gets the job. And I hope he's a little bit not as soft now. All right.
I guess we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. Where's that Kobe gif? Soft. That's what he is. Dwight Howard soft. All right. That was a lot of NFL talk. Did you mention Apex a while ago?
Yeah.
Tournament or something?
Dude, Josh Dobbs on the IR list.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, ESPN didn't even show that. They just showed him second string depth chart. Nice. Thank you, ESPN. Keep doing your work. Thank you, Disney. Do not shut down my computer, Disney. Thank you. All right. Not hack into my computer, Disney. Thank you.
Here, you want to get your shit shut off? Look at this. I got from my buddy.
Oh my God. Why? Why is that even made? I know why. That's funny. All right. That's oh man, that's something. And if anybody's like, oh, that's atrocious, there's a pet store in Boulder, which is like Seattle, like a suburb of Seattle, or like a little sect of downtown Seattle in this little tiny town outside of Denver and Boulder. Mm-hmm. Is the most granola crunchy place in the world with no fast food, and they're all liberal, but they're all super rich, and they have homeless, and it's very funny. My point is, this is not about politics. I'm saying if that toy thing is like, oh, that's horrible. Yeah, sure, whatever. Maybe it is. Who cares? But there's a dog store that we bought my dog some toys at, really good toys. They had the most like weird, inappropriate Trump toys back when he was president that I ever remember. Like,
that's weird. That's
like
crazy.
Really like, what's the word I'm trying to find? Like inappropriate. Like not just a Trump doll that your dog could chew, but it was like that wasn't enough. They had to like do more, kind of like that, right? So it's like, huh. Anyway, my point. Both sides. That's funny.
It's all political comic jokes were like the rave through most of history. Making fun of politicians was like the thing you did as an American.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
I don't get, like, I go to a tweet on Twitter and somebody will be saying like how this politician did something wrong, and they do. Politicians are the worst of the worst human beings.
Yeah.
Other than like, well, I'd say other than murderers, but the Clintons would argue. But my point is, there's scum of the earth. I don't know how else to say it. All of them. And my point is that I'll go on Twitter. They did something abhorrent. By the way, if that's out there, they've done way worse. Okay. That's what is allowed to leak to cover that, because they paid someone to cover the worst. Okay. That's how the real world works. But then you go on these and people are like, that's awful. The prior president did that. Like, what? Like, dude, like, why are you defending this person? You are not the same. You are a number in a voting machine. They could not. They literally physically could not wrap their head around even the possibility to give a shit about you. Like, do you understand that? They don't just not care about you. They don't even care about the thought of maybe caring about you. That's it.
Careception.
Like, they couldn't even wrap their head around what it even
Yeah.
means to maybe even think about caring about humans. So
Agreed.
screw them all. Apex? Is that what you said? Sorry.
Yeah.
Was it funny?
No, that was a nice little tangent.
All right. Did you watch any of the tourney? Is that what you're talking about?
I did not. I'd hope he.
So I think they're still doing qualifiers. That's what I'm.
Was Timmy playing with Wig and everybody?
Yeah, so they're doing like I think last night 10-4, October 4th. I think that was like the final qualifier round, I think. But yeah, these are still qualifiers to get into the ALGS.
Hey,
So yeah, Timmy, Nicewig, and a prize.
A prize, yeah. So, dude, I think Timmy's next in line for the 100 Thieves Apex team.
If I was him, I might would do it. But today he had 40,000 viewers. He was above Nick Merckx on Warzone. Now Nick Merckx is actually kind of, he's going to stay 40 to 80,000 no matter what.
Yeah.
Did you see that leak today? I think I saw it. The biggest Twitch deal ever signed.
What did he sign?
They didn't release the details. Of course, I don't blame him. It'll be leaked eventually, but hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds, I would have to say. It has to be. Tim got 100 million a few years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
And Nick's bigger than him, and it's been a few years,
That just says, what do you think his YouTube contract is?
Well, I remember Ninja talking years ago, like not at his peak of Fortnite, but like pretty close to it on the tail, like on the back down. And he was like asked in chat or something like, what would it take for him to leave Twitch? Because at that point he had 200,000 subscribers, right? He's a millionaire a month. And I was watching him and he finally put a number on it and he was like a few hundred million. So then when he signed with, was it Mixer?
Yeah.
I was like, anybody who watched that stream that day knows at least it's that, and it's way more probably.
Yeah. Oh, what, dude? I remember watching like where he admitted that at his peak he was making like 10 to 12 million a month.
I bet he was.
A month, dude.
In subscriptions, he was making $1 million, not to mention donations, ad revenues, sponsorships, winnings, merch, impressions, whatever on Twitter. Yeah. He probably got paid for. He hit what 500 or 600K, which is still the highest I think viewed stream ever. Yeah, well,
they all got $1 million to play Apex that when it first released, and they all got $1 million to play. What was the? It's the one with the. What is it called? Fall Guys. They all got paid like $1 million to play Fall Guys.
Yeah,
and so it's like.
Oh yeah, they've made just so much money, but I think they paid crazy. Probably even more because Nick. Well, I'm sorry, back to Nick, because Nick's kind of, I don't want to say carrying the Twitch stream.
He is,
but in reality, he is. I'm not saying like XQC may average more viewers if you're looking at it right, like concurrently or. Mm-hmm. And maybe some Japanese streamers, like they get some big numbers or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's true.
I think there's some Mexican streamers down in Mexico that get some big numbers, but that's kind of like lack of competition. But I'm saying Nick Merckx, yeah, like his presence is just more.
His brand carries Twitch.
I think so. So I think that's probably why. If I was guessing, I bet they paid him $500 million. If I had to guess for like what 10 years? I don't know. 5 years. I don't know and I'm not familiar with contracts. I wouldn't call that crazy.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. Because it was either do that or he was going to YouTube.
Yes. Because he's in a place right now, like Tim, where he's got so much money. Yeah. I'll go to YouTube. Just pay me up front a buku amount. I don't care.
Yeah, because subscriber money is not going to matter to them.
No.
At that point.
It doesn't.
Because they're going to get contractually paid rather than, I wonder if what goes into that is that they're not allowed to get like their videos, get strikes on their videos and stuff like that. Like the algorithm puts their videos out, like where it doesn't matter what they post, they won't get a strike on it. Because dude,
I think they still do, but I don't know. You're right.
Because it's like, you just paid this guy tons of freaking money yet you're going to strike a video that's going to cost YouTube ad revenue. It's not a smart decision.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the other companies, not YouTube or Twitch.
Yeah,
but I wonder if they have a loophole in there, because I've never heard the big streamers talk about it. Ever.
Yeah.
And Ninja's different because if you listen to, I've been watching Ninja a little bit because he's been playing Apex, and anyway, he'll be playing music, like real music, not some Spotify playlist that's copyright free. But Ninja has the connections at the wazoo for that kind of industry. Like he'll play games with probably everybody he's playing on.
I know he has rights to not the rights, like he gets paid, but he has rights to use all of Post Malone's music.
Oh, sorry. Who is that?
He has the ability to use all of Post Malone's music.
Posty? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And Drake, him and Drake are boys.
Yeah, and all of Drake's music, which means he has probably permission to use anybody under his label, anybody under OVO, he probably has the rights to use.
Yeah.
And I think he's done some things with Lil Wayne and stuff like that too. So I'm sure he's got Young Money under his belt. So, I mean.
He was smart. I remember him talking. Like, again, he reached higher highs than we've ever seen. Even as big as Nick Merckx is. Ninja was like quadruple, 5 times the amount of viewers, money, sponsorships than he ever dreamed of for probably 6-8 months, maybe a year.
Straight too, like every day.
Dominated the world. Then he got shoes, his clothing line, and but he did all that. I remember I'd watch him because I was into Fortnite, and I'd watch him and Tfue, and then then I went toward Tfue. Whatever. My point is, he would have like serious discussions with his Twitch chat, like, because they would, like the whole victim mentality on Twitter, like, you have enough money, I'm not giving you my subscription. And he was just like, I hate that mindset. Like, do you like me and my content? Then subscribe. If you don't, then piss off. Like, who cares how much money I make, right? Like, I obviously am supplying a quality service or whatever. And if you don't feel it's worthy of your money, then don't spend it. And if a lot of people do, then good. That's the way.
Here's the thing.
I love that.
He's going to get the money that you're going to from you, whether you pay the $5 for the subscription, or he's going to get it from you in ad revenue. So are you going to
from you in ad revenue
and more from you
every
single day if you watch it? So it's probably worth to you $5
right.
because you'll never get to see an ad and it won't affect him any.
You're right.
Because you're still going to watch him. You're still going to watch him. All you're doing is now watching ads for him to make money off of for free.
I wonder if you get that big and you're like, bro, I don't even care about the stream. Like literally at all. Like you're like, no, don't subscribe to me. I'll run 9 ads. I'm good for the month. But he would be like, I remember him saying though, like, which is crazy to think at that time, because he was sitting there talking about how he's like, look, man, this could disappear tomorrow. He's like cancel culture and everything else, which he did have a little bit of drama, but I'm not trying to get into that. I like Ninja for the most part. I think he's a good dude. But my point is, he's like, I'm going to prepare like for life after that. I want to be prepared fully and use all of this as I can. He's like, look, everybody's in chat. Like, are you going to get, me and Jess are looking for a car. And of course, everybody's in chat. Like, this dude's rich and living on top of the world. You want like a $500,000 car? And he's like, bro, I don't even think I'm going to get her a car. Like, we don't even have a need to leave the house. Like, thankfully. So I think maybe we'll get one car and share it. And he's just like living humble and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, his house is
off now.
His house isn't humble.
No, but who can blame him? I mean, with a house, that's the one thing I would like. I'm spending 99% of my day in life there, especially as a streamer.
Yeah.
I don't ever have to leave ever if I don't want. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a bidet. I'm gonna have a bidet in my streamer chair. That's what I would have. You wouldn't even know. I'd just be going to the bathroom. And just getting just sprayed out. Like, you wouldn't even know. Nah.
Now we know what your dream setup is.
Yeah. Apparently you buy one on Amazon for like $20. I saw Tfue do it. I'm thinking about it. Maybe not $20, but
that's a guy who made a shit ton of money for a long time every single day too.
Yeah, he overtook Ninja eventually, but he never got to those heights. But he was kind of like Nick Merckx is now before Nick Merckx. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say he's like at that level.
Yeah.
His Fortnite days. But now he's got such a loyal fan base that dude, he'll reign until he's done.
Yeah, he's got like 15 to 20,000 no matter what game he plays. That's good. And I have been loving seeing him on Apex, and he's going to be playing in Twitch Rivals, I think, with Sweet Dreams. So,
nice.
Because he's more on like, no, he's not going to try to be a pro player, but in Fortnite, that's what made him stood out from Ninja. Ninja wouldn't play in any of the tournaments, and Tifa was like, yeah, I'll try it. I think I'm good enough, even though I'm not going to scrim and do all that garbage.
Yeah.
I bet he'll place okay. I've been watching him for a month, and they're just good at the game. Like, yeah, they don't know the tricks, but he's already like wall bouncing, just tap strafing, and just his aim's incredible. Sorry, what were you saying? I've been talking a while.
No, you're good. So I got a question for you, and this is interesting because you got it. The one thing I'm going to say is you have to exclude Dr. Disrespect from this question. All right, because he's a
favorite streamer.
He's a rare breed. He's like Tom Brady, right? What do you think these ages are going to be when you start seeing these guys retire? Because the big names are getting up there now because they've been doing this for so long. You know, Tim's over 30. I'm sure Ninja's getting close.
Yeah, Ninja is my age exactly. So he's 29.
Yeah. You know, Nick Merckx is up there. Now, you know, when it comes to their 30s, how long do you think these guys do this for? Do you think they're able to do kind of like what Doc has done and carry their brand into their 40s and 50s? Do you think this thing starts weeding out and they start doing kind of like what Nate Shot did, which was build a brand and build a team and then become an owner and then use his influence that he had as a player and as a streamer to build his brand, and now he doesn't ever really do any of that stuff and he just owns his company, you know, and manages 100 Thieves.
Yeah. And he's on right now, Valorant, 2,000 viewers, Nate Shot. Yeah. So yeah, that's obviously the smart call.
Yeah.
If they're smart, and I'm sure they're doing this because they have financial advisors, I hope they're planning. I hope they have basically like, hey, these are the trigger signs to be like, I'm not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm okay because I have this. I hope they're doing the strategies and business planning for when that day comes, because I think it's coming sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Just by default.
But
I mean, I'll also say it's unknown because other than Doc, he's in the older bracket, but he also, streaming in general didn't take off until the last 5-10 years.
Yeah, really, I would say 5 years.
So I think it's the fact that Doc was popular and already on the older side.
Yeah,
I think that's why. I think it's gonna be like, is it more of like how old you are? Is it more of just shelf life?
Yeah,
maybe like, you're relevant 15 years and you're done.
Yeah, will your community just stop supporting you? Like, will basically the viewers weed you out on their own?
Like, bro, I've been watching you for 15 years and you're only getting worse just by default because you're getting older. I'm good. You know, maybe it's that. And I think we don't know yet.
Yeah.
I will say
that's the scary thing about streaming, dude, is like there is no longevity. There's no guaranteed longevity of the job. There is no tenure to it. Whenever the community,
Doc? Yeah. He just woke up one morning and his whole career was gone.
Yeah.
That's it. And if he didn't have some YouTube content, he, and
if he wasn't the Doc,
true.
Anybody that happened to anybody else besides like, your few Nick Merckx, your
big guys,
Tim and stuff like that. Anybody that's normal, they're done for. Like if the Joshua G is already hanging on by a thread with his viewership tremendously dropping, like for like at least 6 months straight, he was under 1,000 viewers every day. I mean, I
don't even know who that is.
I mean, no. He's a variety streamer, but he used to average like 5, 10, 20,000 sometimes. At one point, he had 20,000 subscribers, was making great money. And now, like for a while there, I was seeing him like less than 800 subscribers on Twitch. Like let me check. Let me see if he's on.
How do you deal with that mentally? To be like, hey, 20,000 people used to love me. Now, not even 1,000. Like, what does that do to you?
Yeah.
20 times the amount of people dislike me.
Well, I mean,
what?
Not only that, but go into the play factor of the money that you have involved in that. I mean, you're talking like you have
save it.
You have times where you're making $50,000 to $60,000 a month, and then you have times where you're making $5,000 a month. That's a huge lifestyle adjustment, especially if you got cars that you're paying well more than $5,000 on.
hard to budget whenever,
Yeah.
like you said. Let's say if the game market's dry, which I'd argue it's dry, but I guess there's such a big need for streamers that they're swapping over to Apex and not really missing
Yeah.
a beat, thankfully. I'm saying, what if all the games just kind of suck? If there's not a new battle royale in the next year or two, what am I trying to say? Yeah, and then for like 6 months, you just start making like 10 times less. How do you budget for that?
Yeah, it's true.
That sucks. I'm
It's
not
true.
exactly saying I feel bad for the streamers. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's tough, even if it's
Yeah.
even if it's overall more ideal than what I do for a living.
I'm trying to get his like.
I don't
Yeah.
even know
Okay.
if you can find it.
So he's come up just a little bit, but like there was one point where like he was doing a lawnmower simulator and had 600,000 views on it. Like people coming in and out all day long. 600,000 total people put, their account on his live stream, and then he was at like 6,000.
Lawnmower simulator. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather watch paint dry, which I'm sure is a simulator.
Exactly, dude. Like, and so he's had some inconsistent numbers, and so like fearful of some of these guys who like had these huge numbers now get nobody. Like,
what's his name? Josh
OG.
Wait, I saw like some cringy. I don't want to hate on the guy. I don't know him, but I saw a cringy like Twitch commercial run back in the day, and it was so bad. Yeah, with the PC spilled something, bounty.
Yep.
And I was like, who? I was like, I just got to Google who this is because it's so cringe.
Yep, that was Josh OG.
And again, he's probably a great streamer. I'm just in a commercial, not so much. All right, sorry.
So yeah, there's some people that like I used to watch all the time that just don't have the viewership anymore because there's people that are better than them. I mean, and you're seeing now where Apex players are getting more viewership than COD players.
Yes, you are.
Like that's going to affect you if your game is Call of Duty, and then the state that Call of Duty's been in for the past 3-4 years, where it's just been awful games and nobody wants to watch them. They're no fun, dude. Like there is not a single person that plays Warzone that is absolutely ecstatic when they get a win.
Yeah, no, who cares? It's like a pub, and I could not care less.
Yeah, it's like going through the repetitions now.
Yeah, to your point, there's like Crowder, right?
Yeah,
like Liquid, I think signed him. He played with Symphony and Tfue, kind of got, and then I think he hit like 5, maybe 10,000 viewers consistently. Warzone. And then he kind of did the whole like, I'll play some Apex too, and I watch him late at night. Just out of kicks and giggles. If anybody I've like watched on a different game plays Apex, I love to tune in and be like, yeah. And then he'll drop down to like 1,000 viewers, 2,000. That's like half the ad revenue and stuff. It's just like, yeah, man, it's very up and down. Save your money, be smart, and I hope to answer your question. So, what do I think? I pray that they're all making wise financial investments because I think the odds that they're going to be able to continue this for a long time it's unknown, and it's not very good odds. And number 3, you can be canceled at any time because Twitch is very PC, etc.
Yeah.
You got to prepare for that. I will say, sorry, last note, and then I got, you talked about older dudes, right? Like, would we want to watch them when they're 50? I mean, I guess maybe if I'm 50, that's kind of like, I don't know. That'll be fun to see. But I did see I was watching a Fortnite streamer the other day. It's because I used to play. I watched this one streamer late at night, his name's Ranger, and he kind of got his gig with Cypher PK way back in the day.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
Remember? Yeah, he's really good. He still plays. That's all he plays is Fortnite. He'll get up to like 1,000 viewers at night. Right now he's on 200. I think he starts right now. My point is, he was showing like a highlight video. That's what he does, like Fortnite funny fails whenever he goes and eats lunch or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'll eat dinner and play that for his viewers, so he's not just like on silent. And there was this clip, and I've seen him a few times. It's this dude probably in his 60s who streams Fortnite, okay, and plays and like is on mouse and keyboard. He's got the vertical sweat keyboard turned. Like dude's gaming. He's got his webcam on it, and he's on this clip, and he's not bad. He's really good actually. But this dude's like 60 something years old with green hair.
Yeah.
He looks like your grandfather. And it's just like, good for him, of course. I don't know anything about him. I couldn't tell you his name. I don't know how many viewers he gets or anything else. I'll say good for him, but yeah, I have to admit it looked weird.
Yeah.
It's bias, I guess. I don't care. It's just we're not used to seeing a 60-year-old play video games like that. So to your point, when Tim the Tatman gets that old, I don't know. Yeah. What do you think?
I think that the community and the job will push him out before he retires.
Yes.
He won't get the chance to retire before he's pretty much forced to take another route
because he's not that good at games.
Not just him. I'm talking everybody.
Okay.
That
I agree.
That very few people ever get to the point in this industry where retirement is the option. It's usually like I have to find my niche somewhere else. I hate going back to him, but Nate Shot was falling off. And he took, literally, when he quit Call of Duty, he took a year off, didn't post, didn't do anything. And then you didn't hear from him for like 2-3 years, really much. He was here and there coaching and helping with Optic and this and that, kind of make in some of their content, not in some of their content. And then boom, drops 100 Thieves and starts this global brand clothing line. And then now is, I would say, probably one of the most relevant gaming companies and teams in the country. In the world.
Just recently. Not that they weren't big before, but just kind of recently kind of
took over. And so, I think that every single one of them, and I think one of the reasons that Tim the Tatman did the deal he did with Complexity is because
very smart.
Because he's looking for longevity. Because when it's all said and done, Tim the Tatman very well may be the next CEO or chief creative officer for Complexity, and he's making hundreds of millions of dollars working in an office every single day, helping content creators just like him become people like he is. Or then you can go into Fwiz. When Fwiz started falling off, he had so much knowledge. He went to go work for YouTube, and he helped establish YouTube gaming and YouTube live streaming. And now he's one of the chief officers over at YouTube. So it's like, I think that this lifestyle of streaming on Twitch and making that kind of Twitch money weed you out well before you're able to ever say, I'm stepping away from the controller, I'm retiring, and I'm stepping away from the video game world as a whole, like NFL players do and stuff like that, where they can literally play long enough for them to say, I'm going to retire safely and not have to work every day for the rest of my life.
I agree completely.
So,
yeah, and like Ninja's got his own brand and shoes and stuff. That's what he's doing for it. Good for him. Tim, I like what you said. I think he might be like a high up. Of course, he probably do anything he wants with Complexity. But he was smart because he was looking at it for his personal happiness because he loves the Cowboys.
Yeah.
He would literally be working hand in hand with them.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones on the daily. He's already playing Call of Duty on the Jumbotron with Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, so who knows? Who's to say you can't be some kind of creative officer for the Cowboys?
Yeah. When Optic Gaming was bought by Infinite was owned by the same people who own the Texas Rangers. And so Optic was doing all sorts of content with like some of the best Rangers players ever, having them come in and play Call of Duty with them and stuff like that, getting content at the Optic House and stuff like that, where they're like, it's not like the players are wanting to. Yeah, I mean, the players aren't, I'm not saying they're not wanting to do it. I'm sure they love the opportunity and think it's really cool because they sit there and watch streamers like we do all the time too. I mean, ask most of them, they do. They love watching Ninja. They love watching Nick Merckx and stuff like that. But I mean, these guys, their agents are coming up to them and say, hey, you have to go to the Optic House and get some content in for Infinite and stuff like that. Like, that's an opportunity of a lifetime. Nick Merckx is having agents work with Cowboys players, or sorry, not Nick Merckx, Tim the Tatman's having agents work with Cowboys players so they can do stuff together. Like, that is something that is, unimaginable 3 years ago to us because, we've been in this community a long time. I'm 27 years old. You're 29 years old. I've been in the video game community since 2011. I mean, 10 plus years, for some people.
I think you so more than me, by the way. Yeah. Like, I didn't get into Twitch until Fortnite. Like,
Yeah, I was
I
into
played
it
video
before
games my
Fortnite.
whole life, but I didn't really understand this side
Yeah.
of it until then.
Yeah. I've been on the competitive side of Call of Duty since 2011. So it's interesting to see where it's come from. So it's just like, to me, it's just not fathomable for
Right.
for where it is today. And so it's just, I don't know. But
Yeah. I used to have this coworker who'd watch, like, I think he watched Battlefield, a game of Battlefield. Like, he'd watch Twitch, like when we were closing up shop, like the
Mhm.
last hour doing nothing. And I used to be like, bro, I like video games, but you're just watching this other dude play. I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus, like, how boring is that? And again,
Now
it's something.
what do you do every single night? Watch
Well,
Rogue until you pass out.
I didn't play games at that point. I was in
Yeah.
college, so I didn't really play video games at all in college. I mean, I played like Modern Warfare 2 my freshman year, showing my age, but by the time then I had to stop, or I would have been kicked out of college.
Yeah.
Even though technically I want an appeal. Don't give up, kids. All right. What's the saying? By the time I like heard of that, Fortnite and all these battle royales weren't out.
Yeah.
So there was no need for me to like play this new cultural social phenomenon video game.
Yeah.
So it sounded really weird to me. However, when Fortnite came out, I was like, oh, yeah, I want to watch Twitch because I want to get better at the game and I want to watch these people. That's pretty much it. So
yep, that's what I did. That's what I did. I mean, I watched the people that reflected my play style. That's why I fell in love with Scump, because I mean, you see how I play Apex. I fight well before I'm ready. I fight well before my team's ready. I am 99% of the time going to be the one that gets the team killed or goes down first.
That's funny.
Speaking of which, man, do you still want to try to play today?
I'll let you know. I'm actually playing. I've got a little clan for the ALGS.
Oh, nice.
I've played in two. I've played in two ESL leagues.
Oh, really?
Tournaments. Yeah. It's all free. Now the ALGS is like the big one for open for everybody.
I've always wanted to do that. So if you need a third, pick me up. Hit me up.
Well, we could do it. It couldn't be cross-platform, but
oh man, really?
But we could do one on PlayStation and PC. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I could split. But yeah, it was like when you weren't playing, and then I was just like, dude, I don't know. Sure, I'll play, and then I needed it again.
I couldn't. Now I play the game every night because, dude, I
will be on
play something, and I just play the game, and I play trios.
I will be on, and I'll let you know. I'll be playing. Maybe I'll play with you until they get on, or if they're not, if they're on, I'll just play with you and then hop with them either way. Yeah, right. We should try.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'll play on PlayStation or console or
PC. PC,
bro. I don't know.
I mean, either way. If by the end of this month we could be in our house, I'll know more tomorrow and the next day, most likely. No, I will know for sure by Thursday what will happen, and but by the end of this month I could be in that house. And so, one, that'll be a different setting finally, and a place where I can have a full setup and be comfortable. But at the same time, I'll have my PlayStation accessible and whatnot because it has been stowed away, as well as my Xbox. Both have been stowed away for the past since April.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and you'll be living with a lady friend, so hopefully we can grind some more.
Dude, I can't wait.
Those tournaments are pretty fun, right?
Yeah.
Like I've seen tournaments online, like PlayStation tournaments or whatever, like low ones that's like kill races and pub stomp. I was like, dude, Jesus. Like I told you I hate pubs. I don't care if I'm not good enough to pub stomp, so I hate it. Like I mean good enough. Like I'm above average, but I'm not ASU. Yeah. And I feel like unless you're ASU good, who in the world could have fun playing pubs?
Dude,
like he's literally just fronting on people. I mean, to your point, yeah, it is fun every now and then.
Yeah, I've been having fun.
Not a kill race. I like a kill race tournament. To me, it's just like
hard.
So I just have to go run around when I'm not cracked out of my mind. Yeah. Exactly. Anyway, these tournaments like ESL and the ALGS are like just what the exact same format. You get a lobby code, custom server, just like you watch like Hal's tournaments, you know?
Yeah.
TSM. So that was kind of cool. I didn't know what to expect. I thought I didn't have that high of an expectation, but it was like legit. Now they base you off of like your kill death ratio and all this other BS, like what lobby you get into at first.
Mhm.
So your first lobby might be your toughest, or it might be your easiest, right? If you play above your projected skill rating or not. But then, but what I've learned in doing 2, which it was good to know, because I took them like, oh, okay, well, this is custom server and all that. I saw some TTV names in the lobby, you know. I was like, I'm going to play it, sweat like loot, 5 minutes, go sit in a house. And that's not a bad strategy, but I quickly learned a lot of the teams I'd run into were bad. Like, I was like, oh, these guys are not TTV sweat lord. Like, they might be, but my point is, like, I could kill all 3 if I would, in a perfect world, but I could kill any of them. So it's like, I think this interesting strategy I found is like, until you get to like through the first cutoff into that second harder lobby of 20 teams then that made the first cut, then it's sweat fest. Like, and I like that. I like them both. Anyway, but then it's like rotate, hit a beacon, land, hit a beacon, loot for 2 minutes, fly out with Valkyrie, go to a building, sit up with Caustic. Like, I know that sounds boring, but I like this. And then look for picks and little fights. I don't know. So sorry, that was long-winded, but my point is, we should do it, man. There's no limit.
I'm down. I'm down.
And it's so you just create a team. You just type a team. With Dixie Normus, right? Dixie Normus. That's our team. And it doesn't matter. You just type it in, and then you log in with your PlayStation account. You couldn't do PC and play, cross, but whatever. So cool. All right. Sorry, we've been talking a while. Was there anything we missed? It's been a while for us too, viewers. We haven't talked until now. So
no, not pressing. No, not pressing for me. So I'm good. This is gonna be. I'll have to edit this video and get it out, but it'll be super easy. So. It's just a long one, so I hope you enjoy it. If you stayed this long, thank you. We rambled, but I
if you didn't, I don't judge you. But hopefully you liked it.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you.
This is the end. So if you're watching later, no, I'm kidding.
Well, thanks guys. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Like and comment on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching us. Hopefully you do. Again, sorry for our delays and whatnot, but you will get content from us throughout this season. Don't worry. So let us know what you think. Send us out.
All right. Thanks, guys. See ya.